Welcome back to Winning Law. I'm attorney David Nguyen with offices in Houston, Texas. Today I'm going to discuss a scam that I haven't heard anyone else discuss yet. This leads me to believe that this is a fairly new immigration scam. So I'm encouraging everyone watching this video to share this video with your friends, your family, and your neighbors so that they do not fall victim to this type of scam. Consider sharing this video on your Facebook profile to warn other people about this company that is targeting foreign nationals and risking their immigration status. So let me tell you a little bit about what happened. There was a woman that hired a company to file her asylum case. After she hired them, they sent her a notice allegedly from the government. The document told her that her asylum case was approved and that she was going to be given a green card and that she only needs to pay a few fees, like a consular service fee, an acquisition of an approval pin, and consular stamps to get her green card. She started becoming suspicious because they stopped returning her phone calls when she had questions about these fees. If you have been following our channel, you should know why this case is very suspicious. First, new asylum cases are taking over 5 years to process. Hers took under a few months. Second, after an asylum case is approved, a person has to wait at least 1 year in order to apply for a green card. It's not automatic like in this case. And thirdly, the government usually doesn't even have the random fees that are listed on the form that she received. I'm going to put up a copy of the alleged notice from USCIS on the screen, and let me show you how you can tell that this is not a real document from the government. Alright, so there are several ways. So this is the receipt notice that they received, and it's allegedly fake. Well, allegedly it's real, but we could tell you several ways that we could tell right away that this is not correct. So if you go to an experienced immigration attorney, the first thing they will do is they will take a look at the receipt number. And one way to do it is, in this notice that this person received, there's a lot of mistakes with this. So let's first take a look at the receipt number. It says that it was approved and this is the notice date. So this is a date that it was approved on April 4th, 2023. So let's type in that receipt number with the immigration's website. So if you go to immigration's website, uscis.gov, not .com, but .gov, you go under manage case status, look under check case status. Once you click on here and you enter in the receipt number, let's just wait for this to go. The website is a lot of times very slow. So you can see even here is not wanting to work. But anyway, I already opened it up. So here you go. If you enter in the receipt number here, when you get to this page here, it says on June 15, 2023, the government delivered the green card for this document here. All right. And what you can do is, if you are really uncertain, if you really think that this is yours, you could go to the USPS.com's website and you can actually track this number to see where it was delivered. And if you go here, it says label not created, not in the system. So right there, it should be a red flag that this card was not sent to you and this case does not belong to you, because if you were able to track this number and it says that it was delivered to your address, then you know that it was your case. But in this situation, it's not. Another red flag is this receipt date. Look, it has the day first followed by the month and the year. And then here it has it in this format. So just note that this is a US document. So the month should always be listed first, followed by the day, followed by the year. Another red flag is that you'll notice that according to the website, the government's website, that this was sent out on June 15. And if you look at the approval date, it was April 4th. Usually they will send out the green card around the same time as this. So that document should have been sent out maybe in April, probably in April, latest May. So being that the notice indicate that it was sent out in June 15, that's a red flag because immigration usually sends the green cards shortly after the I-485 approval notice. Another mistake that you could read on here, let's see here, it says that on this certain date, USCIS received their request for evidence on the I-485. So this is a big mistake because the person indicated to us that she filed an asylum application. So the case type should have said I-589, application for asylum and withholding of removal. So already the case type is incorrect. Also, the government will never send an acknowledgement letter stating that they received your request for evidence. Instead, this receipt date should be the receipt date of when they received this particular type of case. So already that's another red flag, is that this case type is wrong and the government will never send an acknowledgement of a request for evidence. Let's see if anything else is wrong. Also, if you check the receipt number to the government's website, it says that the case was already approved because it says the new card was delivered for this case. And yet, when you're looking at this, they're asking them to submit a fee for the consulate, which is $495. And let's see, and also a fee of $693 for this pin, for this consular stamp, and $497 for this approval pin. So I will tell you that there is no such thing as an approval pin with USCIS. So this is a red flag. The consular service fee of $495, that's also a red flag. There is no consular fee of $495. And also USD for a consular stamp of $693. I could tell you where they're getting that number from, the $693. So if you go to the USCIS website here and you look under forms and you look for these forms, the medical exam, if you go to all forms and you type it in, $693, they'll pull up the medical exam. So see how they're getting this I-693 report for the medical exam? Usually this accompanies the I-485. So you'll see that, but there's no fee for the I-693. So if you go to this, back to the website, you click on here, and you look at filing fee, it should say $0 as it says here. So just because they indicated $693, that should be a red flag for you because there is no consular stamp fee for $693. There's not even a consular stamp. It's either a visa stamp and that's it. It's not called a consular stamp. And then it says make payments in less than 8 days to prioritize your case. This is crazy to me because the government will never prioritize anything in 8 days. The government does have something called the I-907 for premium processing, and I'll show you here. But this is only for certain cases and not for green card applications. So you see, there is a form called I-907, request for premium processing. There's a fee for this one. Let's see here. So you can see here, there's different fees depending on the different types of cases that you file. But you'll notice this one's for the I-129, I-140, I-765, I-539, but you do not see one for the application for the I-485 or even the asylum application I-589. So when they say this, it's definitely wrong. Another thing that they got wrong was that premium processing works, but it's only, they would adjudicate it in 15 days. So I'm not sure if it says it here under the instructions or something, but usually this right here is 15 days, not even 8 days. So where they get the 8 days from, I do not know, but it's incorrect. So if you receive something, and let's see what else here. And see, another mistake is that, again, like I mentioned in the video, this person is applying for asylum. So down here, they put New York Asylum Office, but then up here they have I-485. The asylum office will not handle the I-485. USCIS National Benefit Center would be the one that's going to handle the green card application. So that's another issue that's wrong with this. Another issue is, you see how after the, I actually don't even think this is the asylum office in New York's address. Let's just see. we'll just do a Google search for Asylum Office, New York City. Alright, let's just see if that's the address. Alright, so that is the address, but you see there's a comma missing here. So government notices are always correct. So you see here, it's mixing the comma between the Bethpage and the New York. And they do have the correct website here. Alright? So those are red flags with this document. So when you go to, so this person hired this law firm to assist them. And you can see here, it doesn't seem like it's a US immigration office. And they have a legitimate website. They have all these photos of people down here. Who knows where they got these photos from? But this website does not seem legitimate to me, only because they're telling their clients, well, one, when the client is, well, she's saying that when she's calling them, they're not picking up her calls anymore after she paid them. So that is a definite red flag. Another red flag is that they don't have anything in English. Remember, if you're in the United States and you're dealing with US immigration laws, your attorney should know about US immigration. So they have Texas here. So I'm not sure why they have this and nothing else is in English. So that's a red flag, all right? Just remember, anyone can create a website. So just be very careful with that. What I usually do is, if you're hiring someone, right? What I would do is I would go to Google and I would just type in their name or their website. So like, let's just use my office, for example, Law Office of David Nguyen, right? So if you type it out, you should see, let's see what this is. The law firm's website. You should see online reviews. You should see maybe a LinkedIn. Here's our Facebook, our Yelp, our Avvo, our state bar information, our Better Business Bureau information, who's who, top attorneys. And when you go over there, you should read the reviews. So when you go to Google, I would be hesitant to just trusting Google reviews. There's always good and bad reviews on Google. However, there should always be a secondary website. So you shouldn't just rely on the Google reviews. So like if you go to our Avvo website, or it's not even our website, it's their website, you can see our reviews on here. So if you're hiring a law firm, make sure that you're looking up these people. So like here, I'm not even sure where they're getting these people's images from, but you can't even click on them. So if you can click on them, you can check out their names and see if they are a real attorney, if they've ever been disciplined. But a website like this is really targeting people that don't know any better. So always take a second or two to look up the attorney online to see what their reviews are and to make sure that they're a legitimate company.
So remember, scammers like to take advantage of people who are vulnerable and desperate. Do not become a victim of a scam or let someone you love and know become a victim of this type of scam. Here are 3 things that you can do to ensure that you do not become a victim. First, keep up to date with the news and learn about changes to immigration laws. Remember, knowledge is power. Second, before you hire an immigration attorney, please do your research to make sure that they are legitimate. And finally, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay up to date with the latest changes to US immigration laws. Again, thank you for watching Winning Law. I'm attorney David Nguyen, and we hope that we have made immigration easier to understand.
At David Nguyen's Law Office, we are here to help you. We bring families together through immigration. And on the other hand, we help you find solutions. All your legal needs in the hands of people who care, who are there for you. We'll take care of your loved ones at the Law Office of David.